Kung sino yung mamigay ng pagkain, siya yung hahanapin. Kung sino yung palaging nagpapakain, siya yung palagi ang nilalapitan. At tandaan ninyo, yung sa kasagsagan ng COVID-19 lockdown, noong 2020, 2021, marami yung nawalan ng hanapbuhay, nangangailangan ng pera, silungan, pagkain. Yung mga jeepney drivers nga na hindi pwedeng mamamarada, nagsusumikap po silang maglimos sa kalsada kahit barya. At maraming mga street dwellers ang nahirapan sa buhay. Nahirapan na mabuhay dahil sino yung magpapakain sa kanila? At buti na lang, may mga taong nagmamagandang loob na mahagi ng pagkain. At tandaan ko nung pandemic nga, dyan sa may tulay sa Macapagal Avenue, may mga nag-aantay na mga street dwellers. Inaantay nila isang white van dahil may kargang breakfast para sa kanila. Hanggang ngayon, ginagawa pa rin yon ng nagmamagandang loob na tao. May individual din sa harapan ng simbahan dyan sa Remedios, Malate. Hanggang ngayon, kada Sabado, namimigay din ng pagkain, breakfast, almusal para sa mga street dwellers. Siguro kung gusto ninyo makakain ng champurado na free, kada Sabado, alas 6 po ng umaga, alas 6:30 ng umaga, yun. Pwede niyong puntahan. Siguro mamimigay ng pagkain. Maraming mga parokya sa panahon ng pandemic ang namimigay din ng pagkain. Bakit nga ba si Jesus hinanap ng mga tao? Matapos nagpakain siya ng 5,000 mga lalaki. Hindi binilang yung mga babae at yung mga bata. Siguro more than 5,000, 15,000 men, counting women and children, ang pinakain ng ating Panginoon para siyang caterer para sa isang fast food dahil pinarami nga niya, dahil nabigay siya ng pagkain. Wala naman pong masama doon. So the simple reason why the more than 5,000 men, let us count the women and children, 15,000 men, women, and children who witnessed our Lord multiplying loaves and fish, went frantically in search for him was because Jesus, in methodically feeding them, was able to satisfy the first of all basic human needs, the need for food in the form of bread and fish. Kaya yung kakapalan ng mga tao naghahanap ng Panginoon, wala po sa kanilang interes yung himala. Yung sabi ng Panginoon, mga tanda, signs, hindi po sila interesado doon. Yung pinarami ni Jesus, yung mga tinapay at yung mga isda, they were only interested with filling their hungry stomach with food. No more, no less. Kaya yung komento ng ating Panginoon, nung tinanong siya, kailan po ba kayo nakarating dito, Guro? At anong sagot niya? Alam ko, bakit hinanap ninyo ako? Nabusog lang kayo sa pinakain ko sa inyo. So Jesus would say, you should need to look for food that does not perish, that the Son of Man will give. Yung pagkain na hindi nabubulok, na ibibigay ng anak ng tao dahil ang pagkain ito ay nagbibigay buhay. Buhay na walang hanggahan. So we discover in the following days within this week is dedicated to the so-called Bread of Life discourse of the Lord taken from the 6th chapter of John. Dito ipinaliwanag ni Jesus yung pagkaing hindi nabubulok At doon, itinuring niya yung sarili niya, ako yung buhay na tinapay na galing sa langit. Ito yung pagkaing hindi nabubulok at nagbibigay ng buhay na walang hanggahan. And the first time we would hear Jesus would say, I am the living bread, will be in the Gospel of tomorrow. Alam po natin, tinutukoy ng ating Panginoon yung Eucharistia. Tinutukoy din niya yung tinapay na nanggaling sa langit, ang tinapay na nagbibigay buhay na walang hanggahan, ang tinapay na buhay. How does this one true bread nourish a person? Dahil mamaya, we would be receiving Holy Communion, hindi po ba? And that is what we believe in, the faith that we have, that the Eucharist that we take at Holy Communion is all of God Himself on earth, in this side of the world. How does this one true bread nourish a person? Ang sagot po niyan ay ganito, na yung tinapay na ito hindi lang nagpapalakas, hindi lang ito bumubuhay sa katawan. Not so much the body primarily as it nourishes our soul. And by nourishing the soul, this bread strengthens the body, which is the very physical medium through which the soul operates and by which the soul can effectively, sufficiently, efficiently exercise its faculties, its powers. So, in other words, yung tinapay na ito nagpapalakas, unang-una sa ating soul, ating kaluluwa. At nung ito ay napalakas na, mapalakas din niya yung tagapamagitan ng ating kaluluwa, yung ating katawan. So this bread gives soul and body, the entire human person, life, buhay. Not just any life, but life in mega, giga, abundance. And so our Lord asserts, and this we will hear Him say in the following days, I am the living bread that came down from heaven. Whoever eats this bread will live forever, and who believes in me will no longer thirst. Today would be a good occasion to ask ourselves, si Jesus ba ang tunay kong tinapay? Siya ba ang tunay kong almusal, pananghalian, hapunan? Is He not the basic ingredient that is missing in my life? Is He not my staple food? And once we have found Christ and rediscover His real presence in the most holy Eucharist, which is no other than literally the one real bread from heaven, then we will also discover that nothing else which this world offers can compare with what we have found, because we have found the bread of life, and in Him we become exactly like Him. It is no longer you are what you eat, rather you are who you eat. Kaya sabi ng ating Panginoon, He who feeds on me draws life from me. Kakain tayo mamaya siguro ng ating pananghalian. Ito po yung alternative. Grace before meals. Lord, you have led us to be fed. Grant us now our daily bread.